Hi, Donna. We're live. Watch this. I had a friend of mine, 54 years old. His wife was 53, and he left her for a 29-year-old girl, man. That is horrible. Horrible. Why would anybody do that? I feel so bad for her. And what's he thinking? I would never in my life ever do anything like that. Because I'm telling you right now, my wife is just now at the other side of menopause. You think I'm going to go through that shit with somebody else? I am no longer tiptoeing around my house. My thermostat is not set to 30 below zero all day and all night. I have taken back the 1/3 of bed that I lost for the last 2 years. I am riding this train till the end, baby. That's all there is to it. We're in love.
Is it that tough, Brad?
It is, but it's not playing.
1,000 Questions is an entertaining discussion of marriage. We aren't telling you to do or feel or change anything about your life. Really, just listen and enjoy. And if you need real help, find a professional for your specific problem. We don't know you. How could we speak to your deal? Okay, have fun.
So 2 reasons I played that. Number one is that I'm doing a comedy club in the Villages in Florida, and it's all old people. You have to be old to live here. And so most people have gone way through menopause. And number two, I want to tell everybody that I have some comedy singles on Spotify. Anywhere you get music, that is one of them. So if you go follow me on Spotify, iHeart, anywhere, Pandora, and look for me, and a lot of my stand-up is there, and that is one of the bits that just came out. So is that okay, Donna?
Yeah. Totally
okay, that is okay. So, well, how did we've talked about this before, but how did you said that you're still in menopause?
Oh my God, no. I was saying, like, is it really that hard for the guy? Really? He's not even the one going through it. Like, you think it's hard for you. It's a lot more challenging for the person who's actually experiencing it.
I do not think it's harder for me. The crux of the joke was that, I guess I am saying that, because the crux of the joke was that I would never find a younger woman because I don't want to ever go through it again.
Yeah, which indicates that it was somehow challenging for you.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm the only one that could go through it twice. You can't. Once you're done, you've moved on. I could go through it 3, 4, 5 times. I could go through it. That could happen.
Yeah, correct? Enjoy that. Yeah, that is true.
I'm not doing that. As I said, I'm sticking right where I am.
You're not getting rid of me.
There's no way I'm going anywhere because we are right through the bad part and we are on to the fun part. So that's
you earned this retirement. You are not leaving. She'll be like, get out. I'm like,
I have kept my mouth shut. I have gone through it all. Well, it's like when men say, my wife and we had a baby. And you're like, no, you didn't. Yeah. Oh no, I feel like I felt something too. No, you didn't. You felt nothing. You didn't go through anything really. But that's just the way men are. I don't know. Why can't we?
Men are big babies is what they are. I think they're literally wired to be big babies.
I think so too.
Our tolerance, our pain tolerance, and our tolerance for functioning even when in pain, as a female, as a mom, like the things we have to function through is really tough, where it knocks a guy down.
Well, here's somebody who disagrees totally.
Absolutely. I would like to. Hi, guys. Good to see you again. Sorry I'm late. I was trying to actually update the software on my computer, and it took a heck of a lot longer than I thought.
That's okay.
Yeah. So what are you guys talking about? Marriage? What? What?
No, not marriage. We're talking juggling. No, I just played a bit that I have a new single out on Spotify and everywhere else for people to go get. Go to Brad Tassell, Menopause and Me for that one. And it's a bit about me talking about I would never find a younger woman because my wife's at the other end of menopause and there's no way I'm going through that again. So Donna's saying that I'm a big baby. Yes. So
very thoughtful.
How old is your wife, Joe?
She's gone through menopause as well.
Okay.
You did good.
I probably shouldn't tell
job,
people
Joe.
that on the air. Yeah. So
you did good not actually saying her age. You almost did. I saw it in there. But you're like,
no, I was not going to do that. She's actually, I should say, probably menopausal right now. Yeah, she's having fun time. She like throws the covers off in the middle of the night, breaks out into sweats, does this kind of stuff. She hits me, all the stuff that menopausal women do. So, or maybe just it's all of them. Yeah, good. She's taking some sort of supplement though that really helps. It's called Kettle One. I don't know if you ever heard that, but it seems to help quite a bit.
I don't know what that is.
Be grateful and never let it run out.
Right, indeed.
So that's a real thing. Kettle One is a thing.
Oh,
Brad. It's vodka, Brad. It's vodka.
Oh, Kettle One is vodka. I thought you were going to say meth and really go deep.
No, that would
not help.
That wouldn't help. That would make it worse.
I don't know. I don't know alcohol. Kettle One. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm sure our listeners do, and they thought it was hysterical.
They are cracking up.
Dying right now. Yes.
Dying right now. They're going nuts over your Kettle frickin' One. So my wife and she's in the other room doing a thing. She is a sleepwalker and talker. So menopause has been even bigger for us, where when you say she hits you, this really happens. She will be so hot and she'll open the thing and then she'll hit me and go, "Stop hitting me." And I'll say, "Well, I didn't hit you, but she's hitting me." She also one night I woke up and she was sitting on my chest with her thumbs in my eyes.
Now, that's a little extreme. Yeah.
That is too true.
That's not menopausal.
It's not true.
Yeah, that's not menopausal. That's reprisal, I'm sure, for something. Is what
she thought I was Voldemort.
Yeah.
So I was in bed, Voldemort. She's sitting on my chest with her thumbs in my eyes, pressing because my eyes were shooting out beams.
Right.
This is
true. You had to block the beams.
Did she really do that? Is she really? Yeah. Really? That's I should say it's crazy, but it's not.
My wife. Totally true.
My wife has a problem with spiders. Spiders drive her crazy. If she sees a spider at any point, I'm going to have to deal with that for many evenings because she'll have dreams about spiders and she'll hit me and say, they're all up there. And I'll be like, no, they're not. There's no spiders anywhere. And this happens like multiple nights in a row. So if I see a spider, I'm just like, oh gosh, I got to get a nap tomorrow. So yeah,
she does.
You know what I just noticed? I just noticed as you guys were talking that you have wives who are great warriors because in a time of crisis, they get aggressive. Good job. Good job.
It's great to know.
Excellent. Good. That's what I need is a great warrior to live with.
We need warriors right now. Yeah.
Right. They will protect you in a time of crisis.
She has protected me in a time of crisis. God love her. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for her.
That's true. That's true. Your life would be I think we have very driven women, and that is very good in our lives.
Speaking of driven, I'll tell you how driven my wife is. She won't let me drive when we're together. That's how driven she is. That is actually, I've mentioned that before. What's
her reason? What's the reason?
She is the worst backseat driver who ever lived. She'll tell you that straight up. She just freaks out when she's in a car with somebody else. So we have decided that it'd be best for our marriage if I just let her drive. And it's worked out really well.
Funny because, now, Joe, I don't know if you know this. We're at the Villages this week. I'm doing a club here in Florida where all the old people are. And we also have 2 golf carts. So we've been living the golf cart life for 3 days. I've been driving the golf cart. And I think she loves backseat driving, that she would rather backseat. She doesn't want to drive at all. She just wants to say, you did this and your turn signal's been on for a half hour and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I'm not a bad driver, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a good driver or a bad driver. She cannot stand it. She tells you what to do. She's always looking over her shoulder. She's hitting the imaginary brake in front of her. She's doing the whole deal. Yeah. So yeah, she can drive.
That is.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't even have
okay,
keys to
maybe
the
you
car.
just are the worst driver in history. Maybe you're a bad driver.
I am not. I haven't gotten a ticket in a million years. I'm
That has
fantastic.
nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
That just means you're not speeding necessarily. Doesn't mean you're not.
Or you're not speeding around a cop.
Yeah.
Good point.
Or you're not. You can be zooming up to the stoplight and not slowing the car down. You can be. I don't know. I have to see you drive sometime. I don't know whose side to take. So
She's
okay.
just a horrible backseat driver. I'm serious. She's with it like that with everybody. It doesn't matter. So
Well,
I just let her drive. It saved our relationship.
The fact, here's the problem. The fact that you make her sit in the back seat, I think that is.
Oh, that's it's a term.
That you make her sit. That you're the kind of husband that's like, get in the back seat.
Yeah, we tried to make her a trunk seat driver, and that didn't work either.
Yes.
So.
Try a bag seat driver with a gag. Yes, that was didn't go well at all. Bag seat. Okay. Well, I've got classic questions today. Classic.
Good.
And then a disgustingly vile sex quiz that Donna found. So here's the first question. Here you go. You might have heard this before. We're going to do it again. How do you keep kids off porn sites? Because I've been hearing a lot about porn addiction lately, and it's just so it's out there and it's so easy. So how do you keep kids off porn sites?
Boy, that's a good question. I don't know the answer, and I don't even know how much.
There's parental controls.
Yeah, there are parental controls, and you can put parental controls on your. In fact, you can get you can do it on your, I think, on your incoming Wi-Fi as well as just the computers themselves and whatever else other devices you have. But that doesn't mean they can't go out and get it. I think you have to talk with them. You have to talk with them, obviously, about it. I mean, it depends on how old they are. I think the parental filters work very well when they're very young, and also keeping them locked in a room for long periods of time without any access to the outside world.
Yeah, or internet at all.
Yeah.
Also, my first thing is clear your cache.
Yeah, clear your cache first. Yeah,
because they're going right to your websites.
Yeah.
Number two is if they're under 10, sure. Well, what about a 15-year-old?
Yeah, they're clever, guys.
They're clever. They can get around it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're already doing everything. They're so far ahead of you, and they're coding their own porn right now. They're shooting their own porn in the backyard.
Here's what I say. I don't mind you looking at porn, just don't perform. Okay, I don't want people looking at you having sex. That's what I say.
That's good for all the kids.
Good parenting right there, don't you think?
So let me ask, because just so you know, there's parents out there whose children are adults and are performers. How would you feel if your child wanted to go into that business? It's a lucrative business.
It is lucrative.
Good money.
It's true. Boy, again, I think this has to do with how old the kids are. If they get to be adults, if they're
18, they're got to be 18.
Okay, if they're adults and they get into it, and get into something like, what do you tell your adult children? All you can do at some point when they are adults and can make their own decisions, you can only tell them how you feel about it and what you think is the right way and the wrong way and the safe way and whatever. That's all you can do.
What about locking them in the room? I forgot about that.
There was that one. Yeah.
So. Of course, then they're making porn in their room.
Do that? You guys would do that? You would, like, your child says, "Hi, I got a great job. I'm making really good money. I get to work whatever hours I want. I am a porn star." And you say,
"Let's have a chat."
Why?
Let's have a little chat about that.
Why are you like judging or criticizing their child?
I haven't done that yet. I have not answered this question yet at all.
Okay.
Except make a dumb joke about liking them. Here's the thing. So I have no problem with sex work overall, unless it is hurting somebody, or it is trafficking, or it is where the person has no power. But if, like a lot of women, let's say, especially because let's admit it, it's mostly women that are really sex workers. If they have all the power, they're making all the money, they enjoy it, then great. I think that's fantastic. I would want to have a discussion about the fact that if it's like you said, porn, then like movies, that can really affect your life later as how people react to you out in the world. So, which is the only real concern I would have, is that you have to know you're going to have to be probably like, what's the lady's name Brandy Lee. I don't know what she is, but she's a porn person who's a conservative. And I just read an article. She signed up. Her real name is, Joanne Moffat. I don't know what it is. She signs up to go to a conservative educational conference because she's a conservative. She goes, and immediately, as we know, Republicans love porn. They recognize her immediately, and they kick her out of the conference and say, you cannot come here because you've done porn in the past. How do they have the right to do that? But again, it's their conference, and she doesn't get to be involved. So
you make an awful lot of assumptions there, Brad. Anyway, during that whole spiel, that Republicans, of course, anyway.
The conservatives at this conference immediately kicked her out of the conference.
Yeah.
They recognized her. They're watching porn. They don't want her at the conference. She's gone. But she wants to be a conservative. So why would they not let her come to the conference?
Maybe she was wearing a mask. Anyway,
she should have worn a mask.
That was a funny joke there. That was the funniest joke of the day. Maybe
they're wearing masks at the conference, like they don't watch porn and that they're all religious.
Yeah, but they don't like masks. Okay. Anyway, I guess the thing would be if your adult child came to you and said, "This is what I choose to do," I think you'd be negligent if you didn't try and tell them maybe what might lie ahead, if you have any idea what that might be, or what, you always tell your kids at some point, it's like, well, this is how this could affect you later on in life. And these are the ramifications. There's going to be health issues. There's going to be all this kind of stuff, whatever it might be. So
these are grown-ups you're talking about, though. Don't you think they already know?
Maybe not. I don't know.
No, what?
I don't know.
No.
And I think
you really have to educate an adult about the consequences of putting your naked bod out there on the internet. I think we all know.
Wait, no, Donna, you do. I'm telling you right now, and especially younger adults, 18, 19, 20, I deal all the time in bullying and stuff like that with people. And you're right, some little younger that they get talked into it so easy.
Yeah. People
they think it's going to be this. Oh, it's not a big deal. This is who'll see it. No, blah, blah, blah. They get talked into it real easy. And
I think one of the questions you would have to ask your kid at that point is you have to find out if they're being exploited in any way. Because this is a huge exploitation business. The porn industry is.
Yeah.
Somebody could be saying, could be doing it. It's not the most, how should you say? It's not the most rigorously regulated business, right? So I think you'd have to probably be careful about, what they're doing. And also I'd like to find out if they are indeed making money, if I could be the manager, because if there's good money involved with it,
I need a cut. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, just a kickback, something.
But I want to go back to the original thing, which I think is even more dangerous. If you got 15, 16-year-old boys who are addicted to porn, and that changes the way they think about sex and about things like that, I would say that you can't keep them off porn, but you can teach your kids to respect women and respect people as being equal, so that when they are watching porn, they're not watching, huge porn with gross, beating and choking, and they're watching just normal stuff. You know what I mean? Sex and not violent stuff, as we say. You know what I mean? No.
So I'm going to tell you, with the clients that I work with that are in the field,
yep,
yeah. I do try to. The key point to me is more about keep it separate from your identity.
That's a great point. Yeah.
Yes.
Great point.
So you don't make that persona, because a lot of them have different names or they do different stuff.
Yeah.
That I go, keep that persona as a persona, not
Very
your
good.
true identity. Don't get lost in the persona where you lose who you truly are.
Good.
And don't get famous.
Don't get famous.
Don't get famous. Get rich. Don't get famous to where you are.
That's a good one too.
Films all over the world. Do it specifically for individual people
Why?
You know what I mean? Here and there. Why?
No,
Why
there
would
is a difference between famous and rich. You can get famous on stupid things, like just, doing
Yeah.
something stupid and media got it or something.
Yeah.
But famous is different than rich. Rich is smart in business.
Yes, that's right.
Like it's a business.
Indeed.
It's a job. Like I think that is smart to use the job as a way to increase your financial security.
Mhm.
Yeah, that I can understand that. But I'd say this with any job, whether it be a cop or a doctor or anyone, is don't take your career on as your identity. Oh,
You're talking to the two
You're
worst
talking
people
to
ever.
two what? Who do you think you're talking
Oops.
to?
Yeah, it's a persona, right? It's not really you.
No, that really is us.
This is all we got.
That's all
Comic
we got.
is all we
Donna.
got. We got nothing else.
Oh no!
Jeez, you just went, yeah. Whoa.
I can't believe it. This is.
Man, I feel disrespected. Yeah,
This
I-
is horrible.
Sorry.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if it personally, if that ever happened to either of my kids, I could not say anything because I'm like, hey, I'm in entertainment too. That's
Well,
yeah.
and if it's entertainment, that's great. But if
Yeah.
it becomes exploitation, that's bad. Like
But haven't you guys been exploited?
sure,
course.
I
Haven't we all?
sure. Yeah, but yeah, and then I feel dirty. So
No, I just
Okay.
feel mad that I didn't make more money. Go ahead.
or any
That's so
money
much-
because you didn't get paid.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, 1,500 for Atlantic City. I still haven't seen because they went out of business.
Mm,
1,500. All right. Next question.
I don't think we answered that, but keep going.
How do you keep kids off porn sites? You don't.
yeah, I think that was more real. You
Under-
try.
You try. And again, I still think communication is always the best thing when you just talk about it from time to
Yeah.
time. Be
And
open.
as Donna says, get your kid an OnlyFans as fast as possible. Okay. How do I tell my wife she can't cook without hurting her feelings? Classic.
Oh, that might be the toughest question we've ever gotten on this show.
How do you
Have
do
you
it?
guys ever had to do that? I don't have that problem because I actually cook really, really well.
So you think?
Yeah,
Anyway,
Yeah, that's not what we hear behind your back.
whoa, yeah,
No,
okay.
right.
See, well, obviously Donna hasn't had. Donna,
Believe
this,
me.
there's a question we need to deal with here. So I don't have that question either, but I tell you what, that problem either, because my wife is a fantastic cook. In fact, I wish she cooked more, which is even a harder question. How do you tell your wife, to get in the
cook more.
kitchen? Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
get in the kitchen.
Yeah,
and stuff.
right. So but the thing about this is truly good cooks. One of my wife's favorite gifts is like if you get cooking classes. They love cooking classes. It's like they always want to expand and stuff like that. That would be a great idea to get started. Get your wife a cooking class, and then maybe she'll learn a little bit, right? And if she learns a little bit, then get her another cooking class. Pretty soon she's going to school to learn how to be a good cook.
That's great. Of
There you
course,
go.
my answer to this is, why don't you pick up a pan, dummy? How about you? What are you doing? What are you cooking? Are you cooking? Are you?
Well,
No, not
yeah,
cooking.
maybe he is, but the problem might be that she wants to cook, and it could be either side. It could be the husband too that's like, "Oh, I'll do the cooking," but maybe he's terrible at it. How do you deal with that issue with if somebody loves something but they're not good at it?
Well, how can they eat food
so
that they made themselves?
Isn't she eating it?
Yes,
But
what I
if she
just
can't
said. Yeah.
tell, if she can't tell that it's yucky food, then
Right.
is it she's a bad cook or she has a bad palate? And what do you do about
No,
that?
you have a worse problem. She's got COVID. It's Delta
Oh
variant.
yeah,
Dying.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
It's
That's
COVID.
it.
There's
Go
another
to
fallback right
ER.
there, guys. Good fallback, honey. I think you might have COVID because this
Yeah, honey,
tastes
I
like
think
crap.
I'm gonna do the
Yeah.
cooking. You got COVID. I think that's
Right,
the way to
yeah.
go.
Yeah, obviously you can't smell it either because you would have known.
That's how you. That's how
Okay.
you tell them.
I understand to get takeout or eat out, but really, there's a point when you want to make some food. Like we eat out a ton, but at home we like to make some food,
Yeah.
for each other. So get takeout is okay, but not always.
Yeah.
Although I always say the man should cook, learn to cook, and
Mhm.
let her do the laundry because that's women's work.
There you go.
Mhm.
The voice of reason, Brad.
The
Finally,
voice of
hard
reason
thing
right
you
here in
said.
front of
Oh my gosh. I saw this guy. It was a TikTok video of it was like an Italian grandpa dude
Mhm.
making the most amazing meals, like feasts.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want that guy cooking.
Right. Yeah.
That's
Maybe that's the
cool.
other thing is you could find another relative who's a better cook and just hang out at their house.
Right.
Yeah.
Just go eat over there.
Right.
Let's eat over there. Or,
Yeah.
get a nanny that cooks. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hire somebody. If you got the money, you may not have the money.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a scary one. Are you ready?
Boy.
Uh-oh.
I
Like the
love
phone
my
one
husband.
wasn't scary. Go ahead.
I love my husband. That's
Oh,
sweet.
It's a bad
He's
start.
a great man. He's a
Oh
great man.
man, they got problems.
Uh-oh.
And a great father. And a great father.
Oh, it's a buildup. You know,
This
that's
is
a
too
buildup.
bad. This is too much.
He just can't get me to, over the top.
The big O.
Oh boy,
Signed
that's a
every
tough
woman in
one.
the room. No, signed all the women watching.
Yeah,
No,
I was gonna say, is my
Yeah,
wife?
one
Did she?
job.
Did she send?
over
Did my
the
wife send that?
top. Mm.
Mm.
Well, of course, my first
What's
answer is
That's a good. That could help. If he's open to that. I mean, let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. If he's open,
How
to
much
that.
power
That
you
did
need?
not- no, that was not phrasing. Phrasing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Well, again, you better talk about that, and you probably should have talked about that before you got married, unless
Well,
that's a
maybe
new thing.
maybe it was going fine before,
Yeah.
maybe this is a recent thing.
Well, here's something that I've always been a big fan of that a lot of people have problems with, and especially the woman, and that is, tell us what you want, for the love of God. Just tell us what you want. We'll do it. Sorry, I might have.
How do you do that?
I've had coffee.
I don't even know, because it's internal. So how do you tell somebody else exactly what you need at that exact, and then a different thing in a second, and then it has to change, and then how do you tell somebody that? You can't tell somebody this is
here's the
exactly
thing, though.
how.
Wait a minute. Here's what you do. You do it. Show us what you do, and then we'll work on how you do it at that time, and then we'll get right to and then we'll bring it in for a landing.
Right.
We'll bring it in for a landing.
Yeah. Or maybe just get like a surrogate lover, come in and then show, and then I can watch, and then you can show me how it's done, and then tell him to leave, and then I'll jump in there and try and do the same thing.
You know what it takes, honestly, and this is as a therapist, okay? If you want to have really, really, really good sex, it's about being in tune with each other.
Yeah.
You have to read. It's like being a horse whisperer.
Yeah.
It's not about talking and instructing. You have to read the person. You have to be in tune with their body. And there's a little moment here, and you adjust, and then you catch that, and you work with each other's bodies. And that's
I get that.
You will be doing really well. But this instructions or show me, you can't learn like that.
I was joking about that, by the way, but the telling would be nice. At least speak up and say right there.
I like the showing. What's wrong with the showing?
But it's only right there for a half a millisecond.
Take off your pants, that kind of thing.
Sometimes, though, let's admit it. Sometimes it is just putting in the work and the time to get to build.
Yes.
To where you need to be. It is just like a little factory mechanism where you have to do the right thing to the right place for the right amount of time.
It's also reading the person.
You got to read the person. That's right.
Yeah.
You can't.
It changes all the time
with the person.
Yeah. Well, and you have to then and it's a lot of figuring out what direction to go and what's going to work now and what doesn't work
on
this
their
time.
Body language, right? Based on what they're doing and saying. And
here's some examples. That's bad.
Donna, speaking from any, as you are a actual expert in this type of thing, would like a couples therapy thing work out for this? Is there a thing that they can go do together to try and work on that?
Yeah, you know what? They have really good couples yoga classes.
Yeah.
Or couples meditation kind of stuff where you have to be really calm and you really have to read the person. You're looking in each other's eyes. A lot of people are kind of uncomfortable being that vulnerable, which I'm going to tell you as a female, that's probably the biggest inhibition they have is being that vulnerable, and that blocks the getting to that mountain peak. And so it's internal. It's a thing. It's not instructions. It's not just do this for 5 minutes. It's not like that. It takes both parties to be really.
This is actually really super good advice. This is like possibly the best, most absolutely sincere advice we've ever gotten on this show, which is why I'm not going to say anything more about this question.
No, I'm going to say one more thing.
I knew you would.
Donna, have we noticed in the last 5 minutes, Joe has tried to get other people into his bedroom like 4 times.
It's not true.
Literally,
that is not true.
Is there a couple? Can I bring in another guy or girls? Just dragging them in. Who's available? Come on in. Figure it out. All right.
I love those couples yoga.
Yeah.
Or a couples massage. You have to like just really kind of be in tune with each other. That's
right.
Nice.
And it takes, like Brad said, it takes some work to do that. It might take some work to do that. But if you love each other, you'll put in that work for that.
That's right. And if you film it, suddenly now you're in porn. And
hey, great. You can show the kids. Go on.
And then that's how you keep kids out of that. Wait a minute. I know how to keep kids out of porn. The parents go into porn. Yeah. They will never watch porn again.
They'll never watch porn again.
My mom never again. Oh, somebody just said frowny face about that.
Yeah, probably good. Probably, yeah. I'll give you that.
That is so funny. A frowny face on that. That was my brother that said he's sad now. Okay.
Good, yeah.
One more question, and then we'll have the dirty quiz. How can I avoid paying child support? I will say this: stay married. How's that sound?
Right, that's an idea.
That's number one.
Don't have kids. That's an idea.
Don't have kids.
Don't have kids. Those are 2 good ways, and those are the only 2 when you get right down to it. Otherwise, you better pay your child support.
You can actually terminate your rights and be out of child support, but you're also out of that kid's life.
Yeah. Well, that's one way. That's another way of doing it. Yeah. Because if you have to ask this question, you're probably not that committed anyway, right?
Well, now, if we look at the recent history, you can also do this. You can be a slough and marry Kelly Clarkson, and then she's paying you $200,000 a month in child support, even though you've done nothing, and the kid is with her. Still paying $200,000 a month.
Don't know.
In child support.
I canceled my subscription to E! Magazine. Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're not. I have to do a show every week, Joe.
Okay.
So
you need to stay up to date.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been on a cruise ship for 17 days. I don't get TV.
That's true. Let's ask about that. How was the cruise, Joe?
Well, let's talk after the show, Brad. Let's get back to
Okay. Do you guys see that?
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a sexual compatibility quiz. Uh-oh.
Here's
3
what I
minute,
want to know.
lighthearted and fun.
Wait a minute.
This
I
is
can't
very
see you guys. Wait, I have to stop sharing for a minute.
Why?
Well, because it won't let me watch 2. Is it still there? Okay.
Yeah.
We see you and we see the quiz.
Yeah, but I can't see anything but the quiz in front of my face. I can't see you. I can't see anything else.
Well, I think everybody else can see. We're good.
You just calm down a minute.
It's all about Brad. Remember, it's all about Brad.
It is all about
me. It's a show.
Here's the problem. Well, what is that? Okay, hold on.
If you were home, this wouldn't be a problem, Brad.
If I was home, you're right. I am so sorry.
You're good. Let's play. Enjoy. Hit the enjoy button.
Okay, here we go. Nope, I've got it. Here we go. Although I don't know how to. Yeah, if I was home, this would work. I can't scroll the screen.
hit. Oh, wow. You can't scroll the screen even if you hit on the scroll button?
Now I can. Okay. I'll just have to wing it. And,
there you go.
Perfect. Question number 1.
How is sex with your partner now compared to when you first started?
Oh, interesting.
Sex was never important to me. Please. Come on. It's still fun, but different now that we've been together for a while. It's less exciting.
That's a good answer.
It's definitely less exciting, but we both know, we both understand. These are all bad.
Not true. Number two is good.
It's still fun, but it's different now.
Yeah, fun and different. Yeah.
Well, but none of them say it is so much better. Where's that?
Because that's not, that's right. It doesn't say it's so much better. Not one of them says it's not.
Whereas, wow, we're really going new heights every week. Where's
You've
that?
almost figured it out. Yeah. How about that one?
I guess that just doesn't happen very much.
Wow. Yeah, there isn't, you're right.
That would be like nobody answering that answer.
It's definitely less exciting, but we both know, we understand this is normal with long-term couples. Is this a quiz for divorce? I mean, this is crazy.
No, because there is no really positive answer. It's like sex was never important. Sex is meh. Sex is not good. It's not. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Stop. What are you asking for? It's fine.
When
you have sex with your partner, do you sometimes feel that you have to do it so you don't upset them? Now, sounds.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to be a sexist, but this sounds like a question for her.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah.
Well, I do have clients where it would be for him too.
Really?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He's done, huh?
Yeah. Where there are males out there that have to perform so someone doesn't get mad.
And can you give me the names of that woman so that I could
Oh,
all right, anyway, when you have sex with your partner, do you sometimes feel that you have to do it so you don't upset him?
Wow.
Have you guys ever had that experience? Because earlier on, I would say that was kind of maybe a thing. Like if I wasn't in the mood and I did it anyway, because like you didn't want him to, feel rejected.
This is going to be an easy test for me because we don't have sex. So I know what my
very simple thing.
I'm going to be consistent throughout this whole thing.
Well, let me say this, and that is that I do believe that early in our relationship, many times, or at least sometimes, just because I wanted to, she did. Whether it's okay, it's fine, we'll do it. But she wouldn't have thought about it. She didn't say it wasn't bad, but we'll do it. But she didn't necessarily want to. And now it's just like, nah, we ain't doing it.
This is just a question. This is just a question.
I am never doing that now.
Right.
Yeah. Think of the most.
That only happens when I say, "Don't you love me anymore?" That's the only time that ever happens.
Yes, that's really yeah. And then you open the closet and there's another guy standing there. Hey, he's coming in.
That's always bad.
You tag off like it's
no, you don't.
Yes.
Number 3.
Think of the most exciting sexual experience that happened in the past with someone else before your partner. Does your partner know about this? That's a weird question.
Does your partner know about
not nearly as weird as the answers?
Have you talked about your previous sexual experiences? I guess
your most exciting sexual experience was someone else. Have you talked about that with your partner? Have you? And if you have, let's go ahead and read the answers. Oh, I mentioned it once, but not graphically. I never mentioned it. That was a part of my past. No way. That'll cause my partner to think negatively. Of course. And we're trying to get that thing back to where it was with that other person.
Well, here's my thing. First of all, who is graphically telling their new partner about what they did with any old partner? So Sheila and I are at the bakery.
Actually, I can't think of any sexual experience I have had with any other partner that was more exciting than anything that I had with my wife.
Oh.
I know, and that's sweet.
Aww, isn't that sweet?
Thank you, ladies. Stay seated, ladies. Thank you.
Me neither. Me neither.
I would say I mentioned it, but not graphically. Not because I really didn't want to upset, but I didn't think it was really appropriate to discuss graphically.
Yeah, well.
Well, and Donna, you didn't have the time to go over all the,
well,
details.
we had to, right. Well, we had to discuss it because I had to explain my police record. So that's a different story there. Yeah.
Yes.
But what a night.
And all the lists that you're on where you can't go. That's all right.
Right. Go and, yes.
Are any of these answers even usable?
Like, let's say if I'm going to go with a healthy answer, I think it is something that you can talk about. I don't think it's something that you should bring up. Like, Well, you suck because my last partner was, it's not like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I got a question once where I told my husband that his thing wasn't near as big as the last guy's thing.
Yeah,
And I
that's
said,
not going to fly so good. So that's not
what
like
kind of
an
person is
answer.
Yeah, but that's different. This is about your most exciting sexual experience with someone else. You're never going to bring that up. That's horrible.
No.
Why would anybody ever bring that up?
And why would
Well,
you
like,
want
it might not be bring it up, but you guys like should be able to talk about whatever. And if the topic came up, like, what was your most exciting sexual?
Let me put it to you this way. If she asked specifically, hey, what was the most exciting thing you ever did with another woman? Yeah, I'd probably say that. But
Not
that's not
me.
something I'm going to bring up in conversation going, hey, honey, can you stand on your head? Because that was great. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
I'd say it was never good before. Oh, no, I've never. They were all horrible. It was terrible.
Horrible.
And I can't even
Nothing
remember
that
having
was
any.
good.
None of it was sex before you. Before that, it was just.
I've never talked about anybody. Why would I do that? It's us. It's the two of us from now on. So that doesn't matter anymore.
You know what? This next one, does your partner know how often you masturbate? Well, yes, because we have a bell that you have to ring.
Oh boy.
Bing.
Yeah, my partner knows, but she doesn't believe it's really that much.
She doesn't think it's
put a do
possible.
not disturb sign on the door.
Yeah, mine. We have this clock that you click it one click ahead every time that it happens, and mine runs like a fan.
Yep. Okay, I know that.
It's like the chess thing, like click, click every time you make a move.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So the answers are no. That's not something we discuss, and
No.
well, it isn't something we discuss. I think so. That my partner knows I do it. That's probably close to what it really is. We don't discuss the frequency. We don't discuss the frequency of it. But yeah. But it would be shocking.
Yes, I think it's important to share these things. Yes. Yes, in fact.
You have to announce it. You have to announce it each day. Hello, today.
Yes. It's like that Seinfeld episode. Just throw the money on the table. I'm out.
I call her at work, honey. Guess what? Guess what's going on right now?
Guess
where I am.
I text her. Guess what I'm doing? Let's just say I'm typing with one hand.
Are we on speakerphone? Now, the last one, though, yes, in fact, we do it in each other's presence. I mean, something like that can be part of what you're doing anyway. I mean, I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. As long as it's not in church.
Yeah, I think church is the best place.
Oh boy.
No.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to stop right at the first part of the sentence.
Me too.
Men climax more often than women. That is an undeniable fact. Is it?
It's just the opposite.
Is it? Because I don't know men who have multiple orgasms.
Yeah. No man.
I think on a monthly average.
Oh, I was thinking maybe during the time you're having sex. I thought we were talking about during the sex act. There's no way. Men do it once, maybe twice, if they're a real stud, and maybe under 25, 3 times. But that's about it, And
that's one event. This could be
over
the week or over a month.
Wait a minute. If the two of you spouses are only having sex and there is no other stimulation, she is having many more. Now, if you're adding recreational touching of yourself, that
in total, like a total week.
Yeah, masturbation counts too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't women masturbate?
Yeah, but you can't. Is it more often than men? I don't think it's more often.
Let's talk about ages.
It's an undeniable fact, and I don't think that's true at all. And I'd like to see.
I want to talk about ages. Let's pick an age.
No.
20 years old. Yes. Men 5,000 times more. 5,000 to 1. But as you get in 50s, 60s, I think it evens up a lot more.
I don't know. I need to see some empirical evidence on this before we move forward with the answer.
Well, I've got a video. No.
So what would you say?
Watching.
What would you say? Wait, what would your answer be? Let's say it's male to female.
The question is, how different is the frequency? What ratio best described you? Oh, they don't have much higher on there. That's what they need. They need the much.
What a bucket full.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a guess. I'm thinking ours is maybe the 3-1.
Probably
Yours
3-1.
is
You think?
3-1.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna
Well,
have
you're
to
going
take
him
the
3-1.
Yeah. I'm gonna go
Okay.
ask later.
Yeah. That's something I think I would have to ask before. I have to find out what my wife's doing when I'm not around. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm going to tell you this, that recently in the last year or so, I say she's ahead of me.
All right.
Well, that's cool. I got that. Yeah, probably.
And that's just because I've had this cramp I can't get rid of.
Yeah, boy, here we go. Yeah.
I've got this problem with the hand.
But
Whiny.
actually, Brad, she can't have more than you because men climax more often than women. That's an undeniable fact.
It's an undeniable fact.
Undeniable.
Undeniable. Well, and now there's something to be said for this fact in time too. It gets to a point where I want to be ready when she's ready, and I don't want to be doing it. And I'm not that thrilled with myself and my own experience anyway. So if I want to really be ready for her, then I will not do that.
I don't want to. You're kind of creeping me out right now.
Okay.
I don't even know what you're saying.
Like you bringing these guys in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You watch pornographic films and images more alone or with your partner? With other dudes.
In a group setting.
A group setting. Yes.
I've done that.
There's a name for that, and we won't go there. So, okay. Yeah.
Okay, quick story. Stop. I'm in Germany for New Year's Eve, 1989, to go to the Berlin Wall. We're staying at a house of 2 doctors who are renting out their entire house, every room, for this. We're all sitting around, people from all over the world renting rooms. The wife comes out and says, "Would you all like to watch a movie?" Oh, great. She puts on a Ron Jeremy porn flick. We're all sitting there, people who've never met, 10 of us, watching. And I am like, this is the weirdest thing that has ever happened in my life. And
did anything happen?
I got the hell out of there. That's what happened. No, they acted like it was like they were watching Philadelphia Story. I mean, it was wild. No, nothing happened. But it was like, this is just a movie.
Interesting.
I know.
So I find it distracting and a little adolescent. So it's, for me, honestly, I have to say honestly, and I would tell you guys the truth, it's neither. I don't want to be watching something when I'm fooling around. It's distracting.
Yeah, we
or you're alone too.
You're
not into it.
I don't need alone.
Together,
I don't need visual aids.
Yeah.
We have in the past put something on like over here, but I remember one of the times in history, but it was more like we found this Kama Sutra video, and it wasn't like hardcore porn and stuff like that. It was 2 people acting out the Kama Sutra.
Right.
We looked at that and said, we can't get in any of those positions.
Yeah, I can't get in any of those positions.
Can't get any of those.
Yeah.
It was like it was like Cirque du Soleil is what it looked like to us.
Hence the yoga.
Right. There you go.
Hence the yoga. We're back to that.
Well, we used to watch it, but my wife was always like, "Why are they so small?" And so we don't.
Are they supposed to be life size? Are you not watching on the big screen?
No, I mean the men. Why are they?
Because Joe is so huge, Donna.
Was I supposed to get
Oh,
that?
Donna's
boy, jeez. Okay, that's all right.
Joe, the problem there was it was so out of the realm of possibility she couldn't even imagine it.
Right. That's probably closer. That's definitely closer to the truth. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, is this all CGI? Yes, honey. It is CGI.
That's right.
It's
hologram. Do you have any idea who or what your partner fantasizes about?
Only when she says his name during sex. So then I get a kind of a clue.
It's a big hint.
Yeah.
Well, I'm lucky because it's Brad Pitt, so she still says Brad. So I'd lucky.
Oh, see?
Oh, okay.
Convenient. No wonder you guys have stayed together for so long.
That's right. That's right.
I'm going to say you probably don't
know
what your partner's fantasizing about.
I do.
You probably not. And you know what? I don't care as
No.
long as it makes her happy. But I'll,
Right.
yeah. And I don't think she wants to know what I'm fantasizing about because it's not normal.
I'm
So
voting for number 2. Not really. Some things are a mystery. Sometimes some things I don't want to know that he fantasizes about stuff like
yeah.
Well, I don't care if anybody's fantasizing about me. That's, unless it's Joe's wife. Now,
Hey, now.
Here's my question. How often do you laugh during sex? She does, but it's only while there's pointing going on. So
there's actually interesting body sensation areas that are quite ticklish.
Yes.
That you can laugh because of the sensations.
Mm-hmm.
You can laugh because there's awkward, funny moments. I think we laugh a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah. You can laugh when your partner tells jokes like I do the whole time.
No,
Yeah.
that's great.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Two guys walk into a bar. Okay.
The only time that we ever laugh during sex is when I actually say to my wife, "Hey, honey, do you want to have sex?" Then there's laughter. Then there's laughter.
He's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
So I'd say number 2, there is always something funny that happens at some point, but we don't laugh the whole time.
Oh yeah, that's about right. Sometimes
not the whole time, but also though I think there's a where you're not laughing at someone.
No, you're laughing because it's a great moment. I laugh when you're happy. You laugh when you're happy, and that should be a happy moment. So sometimes
I think we need to turn this around. How often do you cry amazingly, weep deeply during sex?
Yeah, strangely, it's the same in my case. It's when I say to my wife, "Honey, do you want to have sex?" So it's either
maybe you're the one crying, she's the one.
Yeah,
laughing.
it's either laughter or crying, one of the two. So
now, let me say this about crying, though. I think when we talk about the big O or stuff like that, I think that's such a release. I've seen stories, such a release that you can break down. I think.
Oh yeah, that's happened a lot. I've seen tears. Mine.
For
Me, yeah, but that happens a lot. That's very common.
I don't need that visual, guys.
Do you talk about sex after you've had sex? Well, yeah, if you want.
Of course. You got to fill out the score sheet.
What? Yeah, right? I got to see if I made par.
Do you hold up a sign? Do you
right. You got to talk about that.
Yeah. How many times have you heard this talk about sex? What the hell was that? What the hell? This number 2.
Talk about it.
There's always some talk or gesture to see how it was for the other.
Yeah.
This one, what is creepier and sadder than this? We stay silent.
Yeah, turn your back, hide from them.
Hide, run away.
Yeah.
Adrienne Talsh, did you ever work with her?
No.
Joe, Adrienne, brilliant comedian. I think she's passed away, sadly. She did a great bit about being embarrassed and getting up and running to the bathroom, and the sheet had gotten caught up in her butt. So she's running to the bathroom, dragging the sheet that is pinched into her butt. So funny.
That would be funny.
He was the greatest.
Awkward.
We can't possibly finish this. It's gonna. I think it's
no.
Like
we only got like 2. We got. This is the last question.
Last one right here.
Oh, it is?
Last one. Do you talk about your respective friends and playfully discuss who you would have sex with if you were single? Why do you have to be single?
Yeah. Why don't you just say, "Hey, let's swing with that couple"?
Yeah, Bobby's wife. Huh?
Yeah.
You watching the show? Huh?
I think this is trying not to go in that direction, but like I'm going for the what? Of course not. Who does that?
Yes.
Really? What?
Really, Joe? You do that?
It's
like if I was single, I'd have sex with your buddy, Bob.
Yeah.
Like what?
That is it is a weird thing to say. Yeah. If you ever ask that? Yeah. I have said in my wife's presence that I've found that other people are attractive, but I'd say that mostly is just a compliment. It's like, oh, well, isn't she pretty? Or, doesn't she have big boobs? Something along those lines, or, just a comment to maybe.
Your wife knows that means you want to have sex with her, right?
Oh, gosh, darn it. You're right. Yeah, maybe I should.
Dang it.
I think we know guys.
I get busted so easily.
I want to have sex with her.
Yeah.
Here's my trick. My trick is if I would be attracted to somebody that she would know or somebody friends, I say just the opposite. Ooh, yuck. She's so awful. I
Yeah.
would never want to be around that.
Yep.
Yucky, yucky, yucky. That
Yep.
I hate perfect bodies. Oh
Ooh,
my God.
icky
That's
pookie. You're all I
36.
ever wanted, honey. Yeah, that's yeah.
That is horrible. I can't stand it. She's so
No,
ugly.
nobody would do that.
I think she would see through that one too.
Yeah, I think so. Right. Yeah. We're not really scoring any points here on with Donna on these questions.
Hence the
I don't
joke.
blame her,
I
'cause
think that's the joke on this one. Is hence
Yeah.
the joke. So, well, it's just like the really creepy, like the one dad who I'm not going to mention that always talks about, his kids' friends when they're 17. Oh, that girl's got a hot body. Oh my God.
That's
my God.
creepy right there.
She's freaking 17. What are you talking about?
That's
Why
like
would you-
Richard Pryor used to do a joke
Believers.
about that. He goes when the kids start to be teenagers and the girls the pretty girls come over. He's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what happened. And then of course he goes, but there's a God, because then they open their mouth and talk. So teenage.
Well, there was a comic used to do a bit. He goes,
Yeah.
yeah, my daughter turned 17 and her friends started spending the night. And I was like, I asked my wife, hey, maybe we should get a pool. Maybe we should buy a pool.
That's horrible.
That's horrible. Back then it was
terrible.
fine. Now it is horribly horrible.
No, that is wrong. You're all wrong.
It's wrong. It's wrong. So, okay. Well, what else do we need to do? Anything? Nothing.
This was a long show and a fun one, and it's good to be back. Donna, by the
It
way,
is
I meant to
good to
tell
be
you, you
back.
look fabulous today.
Thank
You look great.
Thank you.
You look
Fabulous.
wonderful.
Fabulous.
Brad, I don't know what the heck you were thinking with that backdrop, but
There is no backdrop. I'm in
there you go.
a
That's what I'm
house.
saying right
He's in a
there.
closet.
House in Florida.
Are
I
you
got
in a
no
closet?
choices.
You look like you're in a closet.
I'm not in the closet, but I'll let you know
You
when
need
I
to come out
out.
of the closet, is what you
Yes,
need to
I need
do.
to come out of the closet. Yes, my wife has been asking for years.
Right.
Are you in the closet?
She's like, come on, come out of the closet.
on,
I know
really?
that's what's going on.
Is this what really?
We
Show
know
me.
you're in there. We know you're in there.
We know you're.
You're like
Hello,
Marlotti.
Tom Cruise. Come out of the closet. So, no, I'm interested. We got an Airbnb in Florida, and we've kind of got a desk. Everybody here has to do some sort of weird Zoom thing or something this week.
Yeah.
So here's where we're set up. So that's the way it is. So, all right. Well, kids, I love you. I haven't put a commercial together of any kind. I want to thank Elena and
missed
Steve
that.
and everybody else.
Yeah.
And we will be doing, I don't know how we're doing it next week. I'm on a plane, but we'll figure it out. Okay. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Live free.